Before gods built temples and men built cities, the wild danced, and its name was Satyr. Welcome, seekers of truth and wonder. You have just stepped into another realm of curiosity, mystery, and timeless tales. I greet you with wisdom and wine, as the ancients might, and welcome you to Myth or Real, the channel where we traverse the corridors of ancient lore and bring forgotten legends back into the firelight. Today, we delve into a subject that dances on the border of the sacred and the profane, a creature both mocked and revered, feared and embraced, a being whose hooves echo through the sacred groves of Dionysus and whose laughter mocks the solemnity of civilization. Today, we explore the enigmatic existence of the Satyrs, the beginning of the wild, origins of the Satyrs. To understand Satyrs, one must first surrender the illusion that nature is passive. The Greeks did not see forests as mere scenery, but as the living skin of Gaia, the earth. And from this skin, wild things grew, not only trees and beasts, but spirits, energies, and personifications of primal force. Satyrs were born of such force. Early sources are unclear, as they so often are with myths that live by the firelight of oral tradition. Some say Satyrs were the children of Hermes, the trickster god of travel and trade. Others whisper that they are the sons of Silenus or the forest god Pan himself. But all agree, the Satyrs are nature incarnate, lustful, mischievous, and untamed. In their earliest form, they were wild men with horse-like tails and ears, sometimes fully equine legs. It wasn't until later Roman interpretations that they were blended with fawns, giving them the more goat-like appearance many know today: cloven hooves, curling horns, and lascivious grins. But they are more than their image. They are ideas, and ideas do not die so easily. The companions of Dionysus. To be a satyr is to dance. Not just dance, but to surrender to ecstasy. Satyrs followed Dionysus, the god of wine, madness, and divine liberation. Where Dionysus went, so too did his thyasos, a retinue of maenads, wild women, satyrs, and other followers intoxicated with divine frenzy. They danced, drank, laughed, and transgressed every boundary civilization had erected. Yet in doing so, they reminded mortals of the fragility of order. Civilization is but a mask. The satyrs tear it away with glee. But don't mistake their revelry for mindless chaos. There's a philosophy hidden in their hedonism. The satyr knows what many forget, that mortality is short, joy is sacred, and pretension is the enemy of wisdom. It's no accident that Socrates himself was compared to a satyr, ugly in appearance, strange in behavior, yet possessing inner knowledge and divine insight. Symbols of the primal self. If the gods represent ideals, Apollo as order, Athena as wisdom, then satyrs are the embodiment of impulses. They are our suppressed urges made flesh, our cravings for sex, food, music, and drink, but also our creativity, spontaneity, and connection to the body. In Greek theater, satyrs had their own genre, the satyr play, performed after a trilogy of tragedies. It was meant to provide comic relief and balance. But there's more to this than laughter. The satyr play suggested that, after contemplating death and fate, one must return to life with laughter, that even the darkest truths must be digested with a little wine and a smirk. They wore phallic costumes, exaggerated masks, and mocked the solemnity of gods and men alike. But beneath the absurdity lay a deeper truth, the wisdom of foolishness. The forgotten satyrs, lost in the shadows. Modern pop culture has softened the satyr. Today, many imagine them as cute forest creatures or harmless party animals. But the ancient Greeks viewed them with both amusement and caution. Some stories tell of satyrs who went too far, who tried to take what was not given, who mocked the wrong god, who were punished for forgetting the balance between freedom and respect. In one myth, a satyr tries to seduce a nymph and is turned into a tree. Others, like Silenus, the elder, satyr and teacher of Dionysus, were seen as wise sages when sober, capable of great philosophical insight. Silenus famously told King Midas that the best thing for man was never to be born, and the second best was to die quickly. Such bleak wisdom from the mouth of a drunkard. But then, isn't truth often ugly before it is beautiful? Decline of the wild ones. As Rome rose and Christianity spread, the satyr's image was demonized. Their horns, once symbols of nature's power, became signs of evil. Their love of pleasure was reframed as sin. Their laughter silenced. The wild was no longer sacred. It was dangerous. In medieval art, satyrs re-emerge as demons and devils, perverted shadows of their former selves. Their songs replaced with screams, their dance with torment. But they never disappeared completely. In the Renaissance, they crept back into paintings and poetry. In romantic literature, they re-emerged as symbols of repressed desire. And in modern fantasy, they dance again, stripped of their depth. Perhaps, but still very much alive. A final thought. What do satyrs teach us? The satyr is not a monster to be slain, nor a clown to be dismissed. He is a mirror to our instincts, our fears, our laughter, and our lusts. To ignore him is to ignore the part of us that lives beyond reason. So next time you feel the urge to dance without care, to sing loudly under the stars, to sip wine and whisper secrets to the trees, know that you are not alone. Somewhere, in the liminal spaces between shadow and flame, a satyr is smiling. And perhaps, just perhaps, he raises his cup to you. If you enjoyed this tale of wildness and wisdom, give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe to Myth or Real for more journeys into ancient mystery. Leave a comment below and tell us, who's your favorite mythical character? Is it a noble king? A fierce warrior? A seductive demon? A guardian angel? Or maybe, just maybe, a mischief-loving satyr? Until next time, seekers, stay curious, stay wild, and question everything.